Good morning, students. Welcome to Automobile Engineering class. I am V. Rakesh, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. In this session, I am going to explain automobile body and parts of automobile body. In this, um, in this first, I am going to explain automobile body. How to define automobile body? The body with all its sheet metal panels, glasswork, roof, flooring, seating, and all other interior details for ease, comfort, sophistication, and luxury does not constitute a separate system, but it is the other major assembly in the automobile. The aerodynamic drag on a running automobile is proportional to the square of the travel velocity. The shape of the body should be streamlined to reduce the aerodynamic drag, especially in the higher speed range. The power required for driving the vehicle, or in other words, the tractive effort at the wheels, has to overcome the sum of the following forces. In this first one is starting resistance or internal forces. Second one, rolling resistance. Third force is frictional in all the component parts. The last one is air resistance or the aerodynamic drag. These are the forces the automobile overcome these type of forces. The overall weight of the body should be kept as low as possible and at the same time maintaining uniform strength. That means adequate strength. As a general rule, the body contributes about 40% of the overall weight of a passenger car, and about 60 to 70% of the weight in buses and luxury coaches. If the weight of the body can be minimized, the weight of the payload can be increased for better economy, keeping the engine capacity same. Now let us discussing uh, the following noted in the design of an automobile body. In this first important point is lower body weight contributes to lower power requirement and fuel economy, or with the same power rating a higher payload. Next one is better material for the body can produce a better surface finish, which contributes a lot to the external appearance of the vehicle, especially in the case of passenger cars. Better materials and aerodynamic streamlining contribute a lot to the body styling of a car for better presentability, acceptability, and marketability. A lot of attention has to be paid to the design aspects of the body, in as much as the body has both technical and commercial significance. The various points can be put down as follows. In this first one is it should be as light as possible. The automobile should be as light as possible. Next one is the design should be such that the stresses are uniformly distributed and there are no unduly stressed spots or pockets in the body. It should have adequate rigidity to resist warping and bending. It should not form a cramped space inside but provide for a comfortable seating arrangement. The driver's seat should have proper leg space and height to provide comfort and good visibility while driving. Getting in and getting out of the vehicle should be easy and more or less effortless. The body should be simple, elegant, without much of articulation and complex contours. The body should be suitable for gradual future modifications for better to help develop new models. This is the brief discussion about automobile body. Now, later discussing about parts of the automobile body. See this figure. These are the parts are available in automobile. This is the front bumper. This is the cross bumper. This is the pot long bumper. It is attached to cross member and bulkhead. These are the window pillars, that is A post, BC post, D post. This one is the spring towers. This horizontal transformer is called dash panel. This is the roof rails panel, that is windscreen rail, rear window rail. This one is the seat pan. Uh, this is the assembly of roof panel. Uh, it having front and rear valance. See the next part, that is automobile frame and parts. See this one. This is the scuttle. This one is the tunnel part. This horizontal lower part is sill. This one is the heel board. This is the wheel arch. This wheel arch connecting two axle. This one is the seat pan. Back one is the boot pan. These are the valence. Now later discussing each and every part of the automobile body. In this first one is body sills. This part is called as sill. This lower part is side sills. See the automobile frame figure. This one is the sill part. Sills are the lower horizontal member extending from the front wheel arches to rear wheel arches. The sill should be strong and rigid enough to prevent mid-body deflection of the vehicle due to vertical loads. Obviously, a sill should have a deep section having large modulus of rigidity for this purpose. However, the roof members provide these are the roof members provide some structural support to the sills in closed body vehicle. Next part is front bulkhead and dash panel. See this one is the front bulkhead and this one is the dash panel. These are two horizontal and transverse structural members separating the engine from the passenger cabin. The front bulkhead comes behind the engine, behind the engine and dash panel form the front part of the passenger's cabin. Uh, these two are adjacent to each other. These two parts are adjacent to each other. Similar to rear bulkhead, that port is not provided in this figure. The rear bulkhead joins to rear wheel arches. This this one arch. This is the another arch. Rear bulkhead joins the two rear wheel arches. It adds strength to the seat pan which comes over the rear wheel axles. Next part is front long member. See this automobile frame part. This is the front long members. Uh, these are these are two longitudinal members. It having two longitudinal. This is one member. This is the another member. These are the two longitudinal members extending from the front bulkhead to the front cross members. These three members, that means cross member, and long member and bulkhead together form a substructural frame for supporting the front suspension springs and front valence panel. The front valence panels are connected to the bulkhead. Next part is front and rear valence. This is the front valence. This is the rear valence. These are structure of box section located at the wheel arches. These valence are located at the wheel arches. The front valence helps in transferring loads from the long members to the bulkhead. The rear valence is the front part of the arch member over the rear wheels. It forms part of the support for the rear wheel coil spring suspension. Next part is scuttle. See this in this figure. This one is the scuttle part. Uh, you can also see that part in this automobile frame. This is the scuttle part. The scuttle is a panel. The scuttle is a panel situated under the front wings. See this. It connects the bulkhead and door pillar. This one is the door pillar. In some designs, the bulkhead, dash panel, and scuttle are combined to form a torsionally rigid structure. Next one is roof rails. Uh, it consists of windscreen rail and rear window screen rail. Third one is cant rail. These are the horizontal members. These are the horizontal members, but slightly curved members of the roof structure or panel. The Rigid structure formed by the long cross members, that is cross rails, resist the compressive forces due to self-weight and payload of the vehicle. Individually, the rails can be named as top window screen rail, uh, cant rails with the curved part. This is the parallel to the length of the vehicle. Connecting these two cross rails, that is windscreen rail and rear window rail. Next part is roof panel. See this one is the roof panel. Roof panel made of sheet is folded all around and welded to the cantrails. Cantrails means is the curved part, and cross rails means window screen rail and rear window rail to form a rigid cover for the cabin. Next important part is window and door pillars. See this the A post, BC post, D post. These are the door pillars of automobile car. These are vertical members at the sides of the front windscreen for supporting the hinges of the front doors. Center side pillars, that means for supporting the rear door hinges and rear door to quarter panel. They are generally designated as A post, BC post, and D post respectively. A post, middle one is BC post, rear one is D post. Next part is top and side shear panels. These are components of the body pressed separately and fixed in the assembly. Next part is radiator yoke. The radiator yoke is a separate cross member at the front for supporting the radiator assembly. See this one is the radiator assembly in front of the engine. This part is engine. The radiator yoke is a separate cross member at the front for supporting the radiator assembly in front of the engine. Next part is floor pan. See this one is the horizontal spreadsheet is called floor pan. The floor pan is the horizontal spreadsheet on the floor of the cabin. It extends from the front bulkhead to the legs of the rear sheet, legs of the rear seats. Next one is seat pan. This one the seat pan. You can also see this. This is the seat pan. Seat pan. The seat pan falls. The seat pan is higher than the floor pan and is above the rear wheel axle arch. Next one is boot pan. Next part is boot pan. The boot pan falls down from the edge of the seat pan and form the floor of the boot space of the vehicle. Next part is tunnel. This is a hollow box structure also called central tunnel, exactly central and parallel to the long axis of the vehicle body. It adds strength and rigidity to the floor structure. Further underneath the hump on the floor, there is space for the pipe, exhaust pipe assembly, and parking brake, parking brake cable extending up to the rear wheel brakes. In the earlier versions of the cars with rear wheel and propeller shafts, the central tunnel provided ample space, that means uniform space, also for the transmission and drive elements. Next part is toy board and heel board. See the figure, this one is the toy board and this one is the heel board. Now let us discussing toy board. The toy board is short panel where the passengers can rest their feet while traveling and especially when the vehicle is severely braked. The toy board, the toy board can be considered at the junction of the scuttle and dash panel near the floor in front of the front seats. Next part is heel board. See this one is the heel board. The heel board on the other hand is below the rear seats. See this one, this is the heel board that is below the rear seats. It is slightly above the floor level for providing clearance to the rear axles in their upward and downward swing. The heel board provides comfort to the rear seat passengers in the sitting with enough leg space above normal floor level. Uh, it also having door panels, front side panels, rear side panels, front bumper, rear bumper, and any other additional body reinforcing member. See this, these are the door panel, front door, back door. It also having front side panels. See this is the front bumper. It also having rear bumper. The various panels like door panels and side panels have numerous designs depending on the design profile and profile of the automobile. Their shape and internal details depend on the manufacturer's design and the particular model of the vehicle. The door panels contains the complete mechanisms, linkages and levers required for the opening and closing of the doors, the window panel, the window, the window pans and the hinges. The design are varied and are proportionally in nature as per the specification and detailed design by manufacturer. Bumpers bumpers in the older cars were fixed separately in front and rear of the vehicle. The modern trend with bumpers is that they are made integral with the body. This method adds an aesthetic look to the vehicle and can strengthen the crash zones at the front and the rear. This is the brief discussion about parts of the automobile body. I hope this is very clear to everyone. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more updates.